I've been receiving insights into this idea of the rise of the feminine. And there's so many people that are celebrating, and rightfully so, that women are now, I don't even want to say women because it's definitely a feminine energy, and it's not gender. It's not ruled by a gender, because all of us have the feminine and the masculine within us. So the rise of the feminine, it's really the rise of a energy that has been suppressed. And somehow for us in the physical, in the 3D, we see it as about the female, it's more gender, in the sense that wanting to have more women in positions of power and more women being treated equal as men on many levels. And there is a truth to that. There's a truth to that in the sense that if you live in a tribe and you have failed to have both genders being able to be in a position of guiding the tribe, because it's never about power. It's never about power, because we're all connected as a oneness. So when there's someone that's in a position to make decisions, it's because they have allowed so much of their ego to be slothed away, to be carved away, to be dropped in some way, so that they are able to serve the collective. And it's important to have the perspective of a divine masculine and a divine feminine. So when it comes to politics in 3D matrix, when it comes to politics, and when it comes to positions, decision-making positions in corporations and institutions, it's really important that both have their place. But I want to address that in a different way, because what I have found is it's important to clarify that it's not about the divine feminine, or for women in particular, to start to rule and to have power. Because if the scales shift in the opposite direction, it's just gonna be as bad. It's not about one over the other. It's about a beautiful integration and balance between both. So the divine feminine that rises at this point is one that has a lot of wisdom. It's a feminine energy that is so wise that she understands the importance of having the balance of a divine counterpart that's masculine. Now there's many levels of this. First of all, you need to have the divine masculine and feminine within you in balance. There has to be an integration and a wholeness. And we need to shed the duality, so we're a oneness with both. And then, in a physical sense, having also another person physically, a divine masculine that has a divine feminine within him also in a beautiful integration and has lost his duality. And then in that way, there is this beautiful flow. Now I'm seeing, if you could just visualize for a moment, the infinity sign, which is just this beautiful ebb and flow, constant ebb and flow. It's the way our DNA is supposed to express itself, is the way that the entire universe expresses itself. It's being able to flow with life, to understand that we're part of this beautiful dance and we trust it. And for me, I think what's really important is to look at a male. So I'm a woman, and if I'm going to have an intimacy with a man, I want to create a space for him to step into, which is one of not, you need to be under me and serve me, and it's not one that you need to be above me so I could serve you, but it's to be next to me. It's stand in the light that I'm standing in, and both of us are able to shine and sit in a place of knowing ourselves, sure of ourselves, and having enough wisdom to serve others. That's who I want sitting next to me. Is someone that's not looking to possess, is not looking to control, manipulate, someone that's not insecure, someone who really understands who he is truly who he is. And that's what I want for myself. So when someone steps in, is not able to allow me to be me, then it doesn't work, right? You have to be sure within yourselves, both the divine and the feminine, to allow each of you to express yourself in this beautiful flow, to really go with what the universe is telling you, what your heart is telling you, what your highest part. Because when I say the universe, it's me. I am the universe. The highest part of me resides in a divine place connected to all things. So I'm not separate from it. But it's a wholeness, it's a we-ness. And I just want to remind us as we enter this new year, and we're starting to either come to a beautiful integration with our divine masculine. I know so many of my friends are already connected to these beautiful men that are so wise and incredible souls that have a beautiful balance within themselves of their feminine and their masculine. I know that both these couples that I know of can actually reach another level of that, a whole other level of that, without having insecurity, without having pain, and without demanding or wanting more than what you have. Not to demand from the other, because you're so sure you have everything within yourself, and you're so sure of yourself that you don't need the other person to give you something. They can exist exactly as they are without you pulling or pushing. There's no pulling or pushing. It's just a beautiful ebb and flow. So that's what I wish for the most for those beautiful couples that have already reached an incredible level of intimacy and integration. But there's many levels that we can go. And we will achieve a lot of wisdom. And for those of us, like myself, who have not met our divine counterpart, for me, I was widowed. I was widowed, and 2.5 years ago, and I've had this time to reflect on my life. I've had some incredible lessons that I've learned, and because of that, I've acquired some incredible wisdom. I have a love for life, and not that I'm waiting for, because I don't want to, it's not that I'm waiting for someone to step into that place, but I'm thinking how amazingly rich my life would be. How amazingly rich my life could be to finally meet that divine masculine counterpart, which I know is out there. And so I wish for all of us that are not in intimate relationships, that we could all finally meet our counterpart. Sending lots of love to all. Love, love, love. Love you all.